1, 2, 3, funky.
My darling, I love you, 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 I love you.
Hey guys, so in honor of Halloween coming up, I am in a little mask and I am sitting here with kind of like a little different backdrop for you guys. Just trying to make my videos look a little bit better when I'm just sitting here talking with you guys. Kind of a little more aesthetic, since they're not just like vlogs or showing you guys what I'm eating, like little food diaries, just showing you guys food. It's a little different. I'm just sitting here, so I figured make it cute and kind of like cozy. We could have our tea or our coffee together, hot cocoa. I have a little like let me see if I could show you guys. I have my little like Halloween pumpkin like cat in the background for the fall season, and got my little mask on. And I was thinking, because of, and I hope these lights are not bothering you guys. I hope these lights are not bothering you guys. Let me see if I could change it. Maybe let's do, what should we do for Halloween? What looks good? Purple? That's supposed to be like orange, maybe? Okay. But anyways, just in case that was bothering you, I'll just leave it that color. Kind of make it like a little spooky looking, because what we're going to be talking about on Storytime episode 2 is we're actually going to be doing a like ghost story. So this is a real life kind of little ghost story. Sorry, I still have my rubber band, so sorry about how I'm talking. But spooky kind of little ghost story of what happened to me. I figured that would be perfect for this week. So for episode 2, it's going to be the time I saw or heard something creepy, something spooky. So let's go ahead and just get into it. If you guys have any comments, any questions, please leave them down below. If you're new to my channel, my name is Cristina Martin. My channel name is Cristina Martin XO. And I do all kinds of videos here. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video with me. And please give me a thumbs up if you like these kind of videos. It really does help my channel out, and it lets, it kind of supposedly helps the algorithm or so, what they say. So if that's true, it helps me out, and I really do appreciate you guys. So let's get into this. Okay, so starting off with episode 2, we're actually going to be talking about the time, I believe I was like 13 or 14, and I swear I saw a ghost, or I saw something. I could feel it. I was actually staying the night at my uncle's house at the time, and he was telling me about, the house and who they bought it from and all that. So he was kind of like telling me a ghost story as well. And I don't know if that had something to do with it or what, but they did say that they bought it from this little old lady, and she passed away in the home. I don't remember the whole story, but they were saying something like that. And so usually I will stay there with my cousin, but this was the first night, and actually this is the first time I've ever stayed there. But usually when I stay at his house, I'm with one of my favorite cousins, and she's like a sister to me, and we would always be together all the time. But for some reason, she wasn't there that time, and I think we were supposed to get her or pick her up or something the next day. I'm not sure. But I was always with my uncle. On at least on the weekends, I would love to, kind of be with him and hang out with him, and my aunt as well. And so I was like, you know what? I will stay the night. And sorry, these things bother. But I would stay the night and, hang out. So I want to say they were having like a party that day too or something. I'm not too sure, but it starts to get late in the day and we all come inside, and this is a very small house. And so my uncle, I don't know where he went, if they went to go get something or what, but I was in the house alone and I was watching TV, and out of nowhere I hear something go like a door was opening, and I was like, oh hell no. I'm like, what the heck was that? And so I looked, and I didn't see nobody. I'm like, well, maybe my uncle was coming in. I looked in the kitchen because he kind of comes in through the kitchen door, and nobody was there. And so then I'm like, whatever, it's nothing, it's fine. I sit back down on the couch, and I think I'm watching like MTV at this time or something, good old days, music videos and all that. So I'm sitting on the couch, and then I hear something, and I'm like, okay, you're freaking yourself out. It's probably just nothing. But I kind of like hear something by the dining room, like steps. And I'm like, no. And the crazy thing is that I don't have the TV really loud, but I'm watching TV, so even if it was the house or whatever, I mean, don't you think you wouldn't hear that? But I could hear it over the sound. So it's so creepy. So then I looked over, and so where the living room and the dining room was, there was a closet door right next to it. And I started to see something move. And so I slowly looked because I was like, no, my eyes are messing with me. And I see the closet door start to open slowly all the way. And I was like, oh, freak. Oh my goodness. I'm like, no way. You gotta be kidding me. I'm like, I'm here alone. No one's here. The door is opening. I'm like, I'm freaking out now. And I'm like, no, you know what? Not even gonna think about it. I told myself that it was the air. It wasn't closed all the way. Something. So I don't think about it anymore. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm freaking myself out. It's nothing. So I'm like, at this moment, I'm kind of like frozen and I don't even want to move. And you would think you would like getting up, leaving, but I'm like, no, I'm just, paranoid or something. And so I was like, you know what? No, I'm safe. I'm good. So then my uncle comes in, and I'm telling him what happened, and he's like, oh, it's nothing, he's like, so not freaking me out or whatever. And then I think my aunt might have been like, oh, well, there was an old lady, like, like messing around with me or so. So I'm like, no freaking way. So then it gets later in the day. It's nighttime. We take a shower, all this. My bad. I'm thirsty. We take a shower, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm not thinking about it anymore. So then I get ready. My uncle and his wife are already laying down. I think they're watching something in their room. and my room is like right next to them, and it's all, you know, ready for me and everything. There's like a little humidifier thing in there and stuff. So that like a white noise, so that's kind of like going off. So then I go in there and I lay down, but I don't know what the heck it was. It was freezing, one. And two, I was already scared. So then I'm like, I start to kind of overthink it. So I'm telling myself, stop overthinking it. You're freaking yourself out. There's nothing here. You know, go to sleep. But then, so I had the door open at first, and I was, you know, tossing and turning, but I kept hearing noises, like tapping, footsteps, and kind of like a, you know, I turned all the sounds, everything off, because I was like, no, this is freaking me out. So then, I'm not sure what happened next, but I just remember something with the door again. I instantly start to freak out in my head. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just close the door because I can't do this. I'm like, let me close the door. I look at my uncle's room. I see, you know, his door is closed. They're sleeping or whatever. So I'm like, I can't deal with this. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. And so I close it and I lay back down, and I swear I heard something in my ear, like whispering. And I'm like, this is about to be on, you know? I'm like, I'm freaking out right now. I'm so scared. I'm like, I cannot sleep. And then I hear something at the door, like trying to open the door. Like the door is actually like, the knob is moving. And I'm like, Theo? I like call like my uncle, and then I was like, oh my God, something's trying to open the door. I'm like, nope. I ran out that door. I knocked on my uncle's door, and I was like, Theo, I'm like, open the door, please. And then he's like, okay, hold on. And he gets up. I'm sure he's probably like getting dressed or whatever. And then he comes out. He's like, what happened? And then I'm like, I cannot sleep in there. I'm so scared. I was like, I keep hearing things. I think something's in there. The door is moving. Like, you know, I heard stuff at the door. I heard the knob is moving, this and this. So I'm like freaking out at this time. He's like, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's just the, you know, the air. I was like, I don't know, Theo. I was like, I felt something. Like I could feel something is in there. Like there's a presence in there. There's something. I was like, there's someone in there. I don't know what it is, but I could feel it. I see the freaking knob moving. And so he's like, whatever. No, you're just freaking yourself out. He's like, you sleep here and I'll sleep over there. So I was like, okay, perfect. I was so happy. So I got in bed with my aunt and I slept and I laid down with her. We closed the door, and then he goes over there, and I swear to you guys, not even like maybe a minute later, maybe 2 minutes later, he's like coming back. And then we both looked at him and we started laughing. We're like, what happened? I thought you said there's nothing over there. He's like, oh, no, it's uncomfortable. He's like, oh, it's uncomfortable. He's like, no. He's like, I'm going to sleep here. So all three of us slept in that one bed together and for the whole night. And, you know, if he was scared and he couldn't sleep there and he came back over here and we were all smushed in one bed together, I don't even know if it was a king or a queen. I just remember all of us sleeping in the same room. We closed the door and locked it. We both heard something and felt something. He must have saw something too, because for a grown man to come back and want to sleep back in his room with us, that goes to show you there was something there. So I was like, nope, I'm not staying here again. I did end up staying there again with my cousin when she came and all that. I mean, because we were both together and everything. We just felt more safe. But oh my goodness, that till this day I would never forget that story, because I know there was something there. And then after, I think they started telling me like more into the story and more what happened and story about the house, but I don't really remember all of that. But I just remember how freaking crazy and how real it was, like a real freaking life ghost story, like a straight out of a movie. Luckily, you know, knock on wood, nothing happened to us, but it was probably peaceful or whatever, but it was creepy. It was so scary. And so, yeah, that's my episode 2. Hey guys, so I was actually editing the video and I noticed at the end, my camera actually cut off because my son was letting me know that he was almost at the bus stop. So I kind of like just stopped the video and like grabbed my stuff and ran out the door. So I just wanted to say that that was my little spooky story time for you guys for episode 2. If you stuck this far, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys for sticking through that story. I am still, you know, learning and still figuring out how to do these things. So I hope you guys still enjoy it. It was, you know, kind of short, simple, but there will be many more to come. And if you do like these videos, please give me a thumbs up. It shows me that you like them and I will keep them coming. I have a couple more interesting ones that I want to share with you guys. So I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
My darling, I love you, I love you, I love you.